by the right of the council, by the will of the force. Welcome back into another episode of the galaxy famous The Menaces on Batuu Jedi Talk podcast. You are following us at Jedi Talk Podcast on Instagram, youtube.com/Jedi Talk, where all the madness is happening. My name is Matamika. I am here on the High Council. Joining me today on the regular council. Oh, and what a special, special day it is. But let me get the casualties out of the way first. Directed to my left, he's looking directly down, and he's learned the riff already.
Yeah, I did.
That's Brad Hughes. Brad, how the hell are you?
I'm good, brother. This song has been stuck in my head since I started playing it a few days ago.
Oh, yeah.
It just won't I just gotta go. Dun, 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 dun,
I think we're titling it The Galaxy's Reckoning.
Nice. That's very you.
Thank you. Directly across from Brad, I'll introduce the other one here in a second, is the mayor of Orlando, because he loves living here so much, Evan T. Boucher. Evan, how the hell are you today?
Dika and good journey. I was good until that joke happened. Ugh. Yeah, no, not so much. But yeah, great to be here. It's going to be an awesome show because we have some awesome people here. Yeah. Awesomer than usual.
We have actor, musician, and creative producer directly across from me, Mr. Ben Crane. Ben, what's up? Welcome to Jedi Talk.
Dude, the freaking theme song is so good.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Did you record that?
Yes, composed it, created it.
Excellent.
Yes.
And say the name one more time.
The Galaxy's
The
Reckoning.
Galaxy's Reckoning.
Yeah.
Not
Called by
bad.
They
Matamika.
recorded. I was the backup singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yes, exactly.
Our
Starring
band
role.
Scourge will eventually record it. We'll eventually play it whenever. Lily's a little bit older. She's a little bit older. Scourge, that's right. Forged in the hellfires of Chicago. So Ben, how the hell are you? We're not talking about Scourge, okay? I've talked enough about that goddamn band. So
I liked that. I was here for that transition. That was a good segue right there.
That was good.
it was a good segue. I've been doing this a little bit.
I did a
Brad.
double
Yeah.
segue last week.
You did.
Segues, all the
That shit
segues.
was
It's
magic.
a double segue, 4 wheels. It was 4 wheels.
It was basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Basically,
pretty good.
Dean Kamen would be proud.
with those segues, you don't fly off the cliff and die like the founder did.
Oh, no.
those are the safe segues. You know that story, right?
No,
do.
I don't.
The guy who founded Segway
Dean?
drove his Segway off a cliff.
No. Oh
Dean
my
Kamen?
Gosh.
Whoever was the
That's
guy that
something
founded
he did.
Segways.
I don't think he did, but maybe I'm wrong.
I'll bet money on it.
We'll say it on
Okay.
it. It's law for the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's canon.
It's
Yeah,
canon,
yeah.
yeah.
It's headcanon. Everything that happens on the internet's real.
That's great. Dude, that's
Yes.
crazy if that's
I
true.
may have made that up. Let me double check.
I'm
might have.
fully trusting you on that, Brad. I've never heard that before.
I'm pretty
'Cause
sure
I-
I'm right about that.
Maybe
Oh.
like the guy that bought the Segway or something from the guy that invented it, because the guy that made it is Dean Kamen, and I'm pretty sure he's fine.
Dean Kamen of the Cayman Islands.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
That's right. So
That's canon.
So Ben, you're
James William Jimmy Hendelson, the owner of Segway Incorporated,
there
at
we
the
go.
time died in 2010 after falling off a cliff while riding a
there.
Segway
It happened.
near his home in West Yorkshire, England. Get better names, England.
Dean?
Yeah, his name is.
No, that wasn't Dean.
No, John.
That
James.
was Wilhelm.
Jimmy Hendelson.
But that was in
Jimmy. Rip Jimmy.
That was in your
Rip
neck
Jimmy.
of not the woods.
Yorkshire, literally Yorkshire, yeah. That's
Yeah.
where I'm from.
You're British?
Oh, yeah, I'm from Winchester,
I did
England.
not
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's awesome.
My mom's from Lancaster, which is right near Yorkshire
That's
County.
awesome.
Yeah.
wow.
I did not know that. Look at
There
that.
you go.
Today I learned. Yeah.
Today
we
you
learned.
learned.
Today you learned. There you go.
Would have
So,
never known.
Yeah,
Nope.
you're local celebrity here in Orlando and beyond that. How the hell are you feeling today? You feeling good? How's
feel
your
good.
How's your Monday been thus far?
It's been pretty good. I was at Guitar Center before here, actually, because you have the good fortune of living right by Guitar Center.
I do, yes.
And I went to play a guitar I've been dying to play for a long time. You guys you're music guys.
Yeah.
They've just reissued the Troublemaker Telly, which is like a legendary Telecaster made in Japan. And
In the 80s?
yeah, and they're crazy expensive because there's such demand. They just got one of the new ones, and it's fantastic.
You're
Really?
you're
very,
playing
very
it?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it in your car right
that's
now?
the story how
I
he
wish.
maxed out his
Yeah,
credit
really.
card.
Yeah, really though. Yeah, if I was a bit more liquid, I would. But here we are.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
But I loved it.
Have you ever played a guitar? Like, I remember, I'm a big Led Zeppelin fan. Zeppelin's my favorite band. I remember finally getting a hold of like a Gibson Les Paul and hating it. Has that ever happened to you?
Yep, Gibson Les Paul.
Yeah, dude,
Same
I
guitar.
hate that guitar.
SG. So for me, it was an SG. I also don't like Les Pauls. So sorry, Gibson guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben Bailey. He's a big
they
Gibson
sound,
guy.
They sound too muddy. Like, I don't like the
yeah,
tone of
very
them.
mid heavy.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of 30 Seconds to Mars, and there's a music video where Jared's playing a white SG. I think it's Beautiful Lie music video, and I wanted a white SG so bad because of that video. Played one, was like, nope.
Yep.
I will never own one of these.
It's so
I
annoying when
hated
that
it.
happens.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
My favorite guitar I ever played was a family friend of mine. He used to open for Aerosmith. I do not remember his band's name. Yeah, they had a record deal and shit in the 80s. Like they were like up and coming, and then like the drummer quit or something. I forget.
Was it Dr. Teeth in the Electric Band?
Probably doing this dork.
Good.
But he had this Jackson guitar from like the 80s.
Yeah.
Dude, that I was terrible when I played that thing. I sounded incredible, and I was like, I can play like this.
Jacksons are cool, dude.
Those guitars are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like you all just need to
Unbelievable.
get a black Les Paul. That's the solution. And have Chris grab it for you.
Wait a minute.
So-
We can't leave these people here like this.
We can't?
No.
I love that. And it's not no. He has to go, no. Like, love that.
So we're here to talk about a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You've stopped by. There's lots going on in your world right now. Specifically, anything you want to clue us in on, and then we're going to get talking about more music, and I want to talk about Star Wars. You've got a nice little Star Wars patch on your coat there, so
I feel like I don't know if everybody at home knows that we're surrounded by figures right now.
we are.
Do they know that?
They do, yes.
Okay.
Of many different fandoms, too.
And I'm very distracted. I think I
That's
have
okay.
ADHD, so I'm like looking at all the card backs as I'm talking to you, Tom, and I'm sorry, but
That's fine.
You have some of my favorite ones right behind you. That's why you have Anakin and Mace Windu from the Gendy
Yes.
Clone Wars, which is
Yes.
the real Clone Wars for me.
Thank you.
Right above your head, so I'm like distracted. Anyway,
And
That's
the
okay.
Ayla-
and it'll secure the Boba Fett right there. Anyway, no, you asked me things that are going on in my world. Man,
Yeah.
it's been. You asked me how my Monday was. It was good. I had a meeting this morning that was really good with a producer from England, from Sheffield.
Ooh.
And that was good. That was a lot of fun. And so things going on in the music world. You're wearing a If I'm Lucky shirt, a tour exclusive.
Of
If
course,
I'm Lucky.
yeah.
Lucky shirt.
Ooh,
Nice one.
look at that. Tour exclusive.
Yeah, lots
Super
of
comfy,
If
too.
I'm Lucky stuff going on, and also coming up with the Star Wars community, If I'm Lucky stuff. But yeah.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, was good meeting.
There's
That was
a-
my day. That was my whole day. Guitar
there's
Center
a-
in the meeting.
Guitar Center
It is a
meeting. That's
pretty
pretty
good
good.
day.
there you
Good
go.
day.
Yeah.
There's
jealous.
a Cal Kestis figure in here.
I know. I
somewhere.
saw him.
There's
He's
several.
right there.
Oh, yeah,
kidding
there's
me?
two right there. Yeah.
So I
Three.
have,
I'm stupid.
I have the first edition.
That's
Right?
good, yep.
Yeah. I have a cool story about that. It's a Star Wars story.
Please.
Solo.
It,
A Star Wars
a
story.
Star Wars story.
Crane, that's all.
This is not. This is not a name drop on purpose, but I was playing a gig at Homecoming Kitchen in Disney Springs. Have you guys been there?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
One of my
Love it.
favorite places in the world.
So
the
good.
mac and cheese is like
Unbelievable.
god tier. Amazing mac and
It
cheese.
brings out the basic white bitch in me
Yep.
all the time. So
Mhm.
They
yeah.
got good moonshine, too.
Very
for
much.
Sure. Really good moonshine.
I was playing there, and they told us right as we were about to start that there is a buyout, like a corporate buyout of the patio, which is where we played.
Yeah.
This is like a long time ago, five years ago, maybe more. And because of that, it was affecting like our time of our slot, our playing. And I was like, "Who is it?" And they're like, we don't know. It's the full patio is by." I'm like, okay. So everybody's filing out, and they're like, not typical corporate people. So I was like, okay, maybe it's like a birthday party or something, And there's about probably 50 people. All tables are covered. We get to like a midway through the set, and I'm like, hey, where are you all? Like, where are you all from? Like, what are you doing here? They're like, we work for EA. And I was
Ooh,
like,
oh shit.
oh. And it was before. This is like probably a month before Fallen Order was coming out.
Dang.
So I was like freaking out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, like all the other EA amazing Titanfall, Respawn, like all that stuff, right? So I'm like a huge nerd for all that. Titanfall 2 is one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh.
But anyway, so I was like freaking out, and in my break, I went up to like one of the guys. And I was like, "So you're from EA? Like, are you working on this game? This game?" And they're like, "Yeah." These are like the Respawn guys. The guys over there do like EA Sports. These
yeah.
guys do, I don't remember. Is Gran Turismo EA? They have a racing game,
think
don't
so.
they?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's
So
Gran.
the sports team, did they have the guy that says it's in the game? Was
I
he
don't
there?
know. I didn't. I'm not big into
Sports.
EA Sports,
game.
but I
Gotta
was
have
like, I
him.
should have asked. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're all there, and I was like, literally like starstruck. I was like, this is wild. And the Jedi Fallen Order guys were very
That's-
kind to like chat to me.
That's
for
so cool.
Fuck yeah.
the story guy, the like
Oh.
lead animator, like all those guys were there.
I'd like trap the
Man.
story guy in a corner. But you
Yeah,
tell me
I
everything.
pretty much did.
You
I
tell
pretty
me
much
everything.
did.
Oh,
I was like, look, I have like 45 minutes left, and then you're staying. You're staying here with me.
Yes.
but they were so nice. They were so nice. Charlie, if you're listening, Charlie and David, and we just talked about like everything coming for Fallen Order and how excited I was to like hear about Cal and get into a new Star Wars story and everything.
That's so cool, man.
And afterwards, after the gig, they came up to me and asked for like my email and like all this stuff, and I gave them my information. And they went on their way. And then we had like one more set. We played our one more set. And then the restaurant came out with these brown bags of stuff. Came out, and they were like, this is from the people that were out here. They want to say thank you. It was like food for a week. It was their leftover. It was like the stuff that had been cooked in the kitchen that they hadn't like eaten, like they hadn't gotten to because they'd all finished.
Nice.
They gave us all their food that they hadn't touched, and it was very kind of them.
That's awesome.
And then a few weeks later, a care package shows up at my door with that figure.
What?
Yes.
Get out.
A Purge Trooper, a GameStop exclusive Purge Trooper Funko Pop.
Oh, Funko Pop.
That Purge Trooper too.
Yeah, I was like, I know I had that.
And all the comics that came out before Fallen Order.
those are good, actually. I have all those. Those are good comics.
And I'd already pre-ordered the game, so they didn't send me the game. But I was like, what the heck, man?
That's so cool.
That's crazy.
I
very cool.
love when that kind of stuff, like people follow through with
Like
stuff
the
like
food,
that.
the
That's
food
so
was already
cool.
like the best thing
I know,
ever.
yeah.
And then they're like, here's some awesome nerd stuff.
Yeah, they were like the
so
coolest
cool.
people ever, and I'm like it was so cool to meet them, and then they were just super cool in person, you
That's
know?
awesome.
Do you collect vintage collection figures?
I collect Funko Pops.
Okay.
I do collect some vintage collection figures. I have a Cal Kestis 3.75 inch
Nice.
vintage collection that my buddy got me. I have a Jango Fett.
You must only have the ISB officer one then, right? Which one do you have?
No, I think I have Survivor, Jedi Survivor.
Yeah. Is there a Survivor one?
Maybe
yeah,
he is
yeah,
at
I have
ISB.
him. Yeah. What the hell?
Well, you have a Poncho one here. Is that no? Survivor's next to him.
Yes. Well, that's these are the Black Series. These. Yeah.
Oh
you've
yeah,
got-
yeah. I don't remember what he's wearing. I think he's wearing the Survivor like basic look.
Okay.
You get when you first.
Okay.
But now he's packed still because we just moved.
That's fine.
So I have him. I have the new Captain Rex that came out recently.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Because he's my favorite.
Hell yeah.
And I have a Jango Fett, a Boba Fett, and I have the Boba Fett that came in like the box. Have you seen that one? He's like in a it's almost like a really skinny cardboard box, not a window.
Oh yes.
Yes,
yeah.
I know.
Yes,
the,
yes.
The
Retro.
2-pack, right?
Yeah, he
Yes.
came with, but it wasn't like a 2-pack. It wasn't another figure. It was like a accessory set thing.
Oh, I know what you're
It's
talking
like
about.
it's like a moisture farm thing or something.
Yeah,
I don't
I know
remember.
what you're talking about.
And then
I think
and
I have
then-
that.
Okay, and then I got it from Entertainment Earth, I think, and then I have the Mandalorian in all his armor, whatever one that came
Yeah.
out where he's in the full
Yeah.
armor up,
Like
yeah.
full
with the
full
with the
best
dark
guard.
saber,
Yeah.
everything, I have-
Final boss Mando.
Yes, the best Mando. So those are really the ones I think I have of the vintage collection. Most of what I have is Power of the Force. I have a ton of Power of the
So
Force
yeah,
figures.
Power of the Force are good. Yeah.
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 That's my nostalgic hit, dude.
There's one in my car right now.
That's awesome.
That R2D2, that electronic
that's a good
R2D2 is
one.
still in
Oh,
my
hell
car.
yeah.
That's my favorite Star Wars figure of all time. Yeah.
That's
Favorite
awesome.
figure of all time. Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you get into Star Wars? How
Yeah.
did you like? This is like a question we kind of ask everybody.
That's
that
a great-
comes on the
I love
show
this
because everyone has like their own entry point into Star Wars. What was yours? How old are you? You're
I'm
roughly
29.
our
I just
age,
turned
right?
29.
Okay, you're
in the
close
middle of
to our age.
July. My entry point into Star Wars, I was young. I think I was like 2 or 3. I was pre-4. My babysitter, I say babysitter because that's, he was like a family friend.
Sure.
I guess we would go over to their house all the time. He put episode 6 on for me, and I was probably 2 or 3. Saw that, and I always say that the scene that made the biggest impression on me was Luke, Jabba's barge. Luke, doing the backflip for getting the saber from R2
Yeah.
and then just mowing people down.
It's my favorite Star Wars movie.
That's my favorite Star Wars movie too.
Yes.
So that was my for the people at home. We just fist
We just
bumped.
fist bumped. Yes.
They did fist bump. Can't
They
confirm.
locked eyes. Very,
We
did,
very
yeah, we
deeply.
did,
It was
yeah.
very
It was-
nice.
it was
Brad,
good.
put your
He's
shirt
very
back on.
I'm gonna take my pants off. Hang
Ben
on a second.
stopped.
Brad's wearing a really cool cardigan too. But anyway,
thank you.
we did I saw that episode. I saw that scene. It really stuck with me as a very young kid. I was so latched onto that. Man, I think it's probably why I really like R2 as well to this day because of that scene. So that was my intro. I saw that movie. And then I kind of have this faint memory that I would ask for it to be put on whenever we were over there, I think, as a really young kid. I asked for that one. And then at some point, either they showed me or my parents showed me, because my dad is a big Star Wars fan, episode 5.
Oh yeah.
And then as a as a pre-10-year-old, my parents tell me that was the one that I watched more than anything. So I watched them in reverse order. I saw 6, 5, 4. I don't remember when I saw 4. But I say I like spoiled it for myself. I spoiled it myself. Yeah,
And that's fitting for Star Wars.
I think.
Like,
yeah,
you can watch it
and
whatever
at
order,
that
man,
point,
like,
it'd been out for so long.
So we debate like which order you should watch Star Wars in. We now have the Ben
order.
yes,
order.
backwards.
order, but 6 to 4.
6 to 4, but then you watch 1, 2, 3, and then 7, 8, 9.
7, 8,
And
9.
then,
Yeah.
and then the Gendy
then
series.
Gendy Clone Wars for the rest of your life. That's it. Yeah.
Where's
And Fallen Order and Survivor, and then
where's
Good.
the holiday special fit into this?
So I didn't see the holiday special until I was like an adult.
Okay.
same.
I saw
In
the
same
holiday
way.
special in college.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah,
probably
that's-
like 18, 19 when I first saw that. Yeah,
That's fair.
it was hard. So I
I've never
think,
seen it all the way through. I can't.
Really?
I
I have
watch it.
once. I have
I
once.
think it's so silly. I
It
love
is.
it. I love all Star Wars, man. But the thing with the holiday special for me was that it was so hard to get. Like when I was growing up, because before streaming, it was like before YouTube, but it was past when it came out on TV or
Right.
VHS,
Yeah.
you know. And so like I just there was nowhere for me to watch it until
Yeah.
until like YouTube and streaming and
Yeah.
stuff, and then I was able to watch it.
First time I ever put it on was on YouTube, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is this?"
Now there's
What
a
is this shit,
Lumpy.
dude?
there's a segue to a small Ben story here for me, but the first time
There's Lumpy.
There he is.
that's not the segue. The first time I ever even heard of that special was in the Weird Al song "White and Nerdy," when he mentions like, or maybe it's in the music video.
What's
where
the
he-
Ben segue here? Is
Well-
it me? I'm white and nerdy.
Yes,
Oh,
totally.
okay.
Well, we all are, but. So I found out about it watching that music video, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" I need to. So I like YouTubed it, and then I watched the holiday special because of Weird Al. And then here we are, years later. I heard you play at Splitsville or somewhere. The Saga Begins.
Oh,
by
yeah,
Weird
yeah,
Al.
yep.
And that
That's
blew
a-
my
that's
mind.
a-
I'm like, Ben's playing.
Dude, the
Weird
Saga
Al, man.
Begins was a
Yeah.
big thing in my house when that
Yeah.
was when we listened to that a lot.
That's
Yeah.
one of the songs I was singing at trivia, and you two were like,
What are you
We
talking
don't know
about?
this guy.
Whenever
Yeah.
someone requests American Pie, I play
Yes.
the Saga Begins.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
As you should.
Hell yeah. That's that was the night that we dominated trivia. Thank
Became
you.
Mostly.
first.
Oh,
we,
yeah?
we won,
Oh, yeah.
but I almost messed it up.
This is a legendary trivia night, huh? Star Wars
Sorry.
trivia?
Yes.
Star Wars trivia.
Oh, of
yeah.
course. Then there you go.
We won
Yeah.
by
Showed
like
up.
30 points.
It wasn't
yeah.
even
Good.
close.
Yeah.
We like landslided.
I'm not good. I don't think I've ever done Star Wars trivia, but any other trivia, like general trivia, I've been terrible.
How Met Your Mother fan.
Yeah.
there we
Yeah,
go.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Dude, you're in the
I'm
right
terrible
place.
Yeah.
at trivia. Yeah, man. How Met Your Mother? It got me through college. How Met Your
What's your
Mother?
favorite sitcom all time?
I guess I would say Brooklyn Nine-Nine is my favorite of all
That's a good
time.
one.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite. Ted Lasso and Brooklyn Nine-Nine are my favorite shows of all time. So it would go. So for me, it's like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Rec, How I Met Your Mother. Probably.
Okay.
That's
Dude,
my. That's
yep.
my.
I'm rewatching Parks and Rec right now at home. Like,
I've watched that.
Yeah.
That and
I mean,
How I Met Your
look
Mother
up
I've
there.
watched the
I'm a-
most through.
We
I'm
got-
a
we got
Curb,
Ron overlooking
Curb Your
us.
Enthusiasm Seinfeld guy. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, I see.
yeah.
Nick
Ron.
is. I'm looking at a picture of Nick Offerman, Ron right now.
Yeah, that's right. Ron Swanson's like my personal hero. So
He's
so
the
I
best.
Yeah, I love
That's
that
a good.
guy.
That's a
really
great hero
is.
to
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
My friends have a life-size standee of Ron Swanson,
Oh,
and they put
God,
it
I
in
love
their bathroom, but they put it behind the door. So when you close the door, you're like, oh, Ron
That's
Swanson.
awesome.
My
Yeah,
friend
yeah,
did
yeah.
that to me in college. I left for a while. He was my roommate and friend, of course. And then I come back, and I go to take a shower. I open my shower curtain. Batman staring
that's
at
a good
me.
one, too. That's a good one,
I
too.
yelled and cussed him out.
Are you sure
for
that
like
wasn't
20
Tom that did
minutes.
that?
It might
might
have
have
been.
been,
yeah.
yeah.
Were your
Is
name
it a-
Jimmy at the time? Have
No.
you changed your name since
I haven't.
and grown 4 feet?
Was it a ginger Batman?
4 feet. How short
No.
was
Yeah,
Jimmy, bro?
Jimmy's a little guy.
He was tiny. Little Jimbo.
2 foot, 2 foot
Jimmy,
Jimbo.
Jimmy's changed his name.
Was
He's
it
Kyle.
Kyle?
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
deliberate
there you
death.
go.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
It might make a noise on
But-
the.
No,
Oh,
go
so-
for it.
that's
Go
totally
for it.
okay.
It gives the ambiance that we're together.
So I
we're
feel
live.
like there's a segue to Batman, and we have another huge DC fanboy here now. Between-
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
talk.
I'm a
Batman.
fair DC fanboy. I would say I'm not like on the level of you guys that I know everything, but I do enjoy
Yes.
DC.
No,
Okay,
that's
I'm not a dude. I know
I know like 2 DC things, and those are my go-to jokes.
I can talk about it, but I don't know it enough to call myself a fan. I have this weird thing where unless I can like talk about things, I don't call myself a fan.
That's kind of
I'm
how
the
I feel
same way.
too. Yeah, I agree. We just talked about it because there's a Black Adam figure behind me, and it's The Rock, Black Adam. Who
That's right.
The Rock is my guy. So
I love
I'm a fan.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm a wrestling fan growing up,
Yep.
and The Rock was my guy. So when he transitioned from wrestling to acting full time, it was easy to follow him, you know. But love that he did Black Adam. It's a shame what happened to it. They kind of screwed
Yeah.
him out of that. But still, it's fun that it's there.
I
How do you
enjoyed it.
fumble that?
Excellent popcorn movie. If you've not seen Black Adam, I love it.
It's a pot. You sit down, watch it. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
not terrible. It's not Morbius. Morbius is the worst comic book movie ever created.
I don't know, man. Have you seen Madam
No,
Web?
Madam Web is
Yeah,
worse.
Madam
yeah.
Was it? Haven't seen Madam
Dude,
Web.
I haven't seen
It
it.
makes me angry
It's
how bad it
atrocious.
is. Yeah.
It
Wow.
might
And
be
I
the
love
worst thing I've ever
most
seen.
movies. I give movies a lot of grace because I enjoy movies. I enjoy going to the movies. I enjoy watching movies. I give a lot of movies a lot of grace. Madam Web made me angry.
It's not even
Wow.
consistent in when the
Made him
time
angry.
it's supposed to be set in.
Yeah,
it's
right,
supposed,
yeah.
It's supposed to be like
Or-
what, 99 or something? And some
Yeah,
kids playing like
something.
a PSP on the train.
Yeah,
What's happening?
they try and ram 90s down your throat in that movie. And I love the 90s,
You
but I was
can
like,
totally
Yeah, we
tell
all
that
do.
all those songs were added like way after.
yes.
Like they were not
And
intended.
So was the dialogue.
I was about
Yes.
to say, so is the dubbing. Is it
It's
as bad as people
It's
say?
so
Like,
bad,
Dude,
okay.
dude.
Okay, I've heard it's bad.
It's like if I'm looking at Tom right now, Tom's directly across from me. If I'm looking at Tom right now and he's speaking, it's like whatever Brad was saying
Yep.
is coming out of Tom's mouth.
It's brutal,
Nice.
dude.
We've done that before on
It's
the show.
so
actually.
fun.
Yeah, we have.
We have.
Anyway,
Some
Madam
long nights
Watch
of
Madam-
editing and
watch Black Adam if you're gonna watch it. Anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like Madam Web exists, but Black Adam didn't work.
Yeah, right.
Like, look, I have faith in James Gunn though.
Yep.
What happened to
Venom 3
Zack
looks like
Snyder?
a train wreck too. Jesus Christ.
What
Venom
does?
3 looks insane. Like, and
It
not in a
looks
good
cra-
way.
I don't know. I'm
The
I'm
horse
a
thing,
little
I don't
here for
understand
it.
what's happening.
I don't know. I think I need to see it towards it. I
That's-
enjoyed the
that is
first couple
true.
of Venoms. I
That
enjoyed
is
them.
true.
Popcorn movies again.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't think too hard about them.
No,
that's the
no.
thing. Yeah.
It's just weird. I don't get how you do Venom without
They,
Spider-Man.
they have the
It's so strange.
possibility. Look, I want Andrew Garfield in this universe so bad.
So bad,
as his,
please.
as his Spider-Man. That would make it epic.
Mhm.
Andrew Garfield's my favorite Spider-Man.
He's mine too.
He's mine too.
He
Yeah.
always
Always.
has been.
And
I've been an Andrew
everyone loves him now.
apologist
Another
since.
fist bump over
Everyone
there,
loves
multiple
him.
fist
Everyone
bumps.
loves him now, but we've always
Yep.
talked about that dude.
That's
He's
exactly how I
always-
feel. I've been talking that guy up since
the
he was
best.
Spider-Man.
He's
Everyone's like,
unbelievable.
and I'm
Yeah,
like,
shut up. You know what you're talking about.
and now everyone's on the Andrew bandwagon. And I'm
Yep.
like, where were
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, where were you?
7 years,
Right.
10 years ago.
He got a bigger ovation in the theater that Kyle and I were in when we saw that movie than
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey
So-
Maguire.
so
yeah.
same for us. Yep.
Yeah.
Same for me.
He's the
He's
man.
got so much
He's
shit
the
like
best
Hayden,
Spider-Man.
like
I love
Yes.
Tom Holland
what's his
too,
name?
but
Me
he's
too.
to me he's just as Spider-Man. He is the best Spider-Man.
I love Tom Holland as well, though. but-
So Batman, your favorite DC? Or-
my favorite DC character is like my favorite. I guess I'm not going to go hero. My favorite DC
Yes.
character is Deathstroke.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
a big Deathstroke fan.
Holy
I have a lot of
shit.
Deathstroke comics. I also love Red Hood. Jason Todd is one of my is one of my
Jason
favorite.
Todd. We did this forever ago, like 3 years ago. We did a list when Kyle joined for the show for the first time, and Red Hood ended up on like my top 5.
Yeah, he's
I love
so
Jason
awesome,
Todd.
and I love
Yeah.
Arkham Knight by proxy.
Yep.
Sorry, spoiler if you've not played the game.
That game is 10 years old. So
It's 10 years old.
came out in 20. Well, it'll be 10 years old next year. Came out in July
Okay.
2015.
Wow. Prior to the newer Spider-Man games that have just come out,
Yeah,
the Arkham trilogy is my favorite video games of all time.
they're so fucking
They're
good.
so good. They're perfect games.
They are perfect.
Yeah, I love Jason Todd. But my favorite DC. This I don't know if this is a hot take or not, especially for you. But my favorite thing to watch from DC that for me has the most rewatch value is the majority of Arrow.
Okay, no, I
really
don't think that's a
enjoy
hot
Arrow.
Take. Arrow is like one of the only good things that came out of the CW.
I would
And-
agree.
And then like the first half of the Flash.
The first half of the Flash, yeah.
and then the
And
Flash just jumped
Arrow
the shark.
has its moments,
Sure,
but
yeah.
the majority of Arrow, I love it. I love it. I think it's great. I love Stephen Amell. I'm a huge fan of Stephen Amell.
Yeah, you know what sucks about Deathstroke is we were going to get
Yes.
Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke
Mm-hmm.
to play against Ben Affleck's Batman, but
That would've been
WB
sick.
let that fall.
Yep.
I've
That
never
would've
seen
been
a
so good.
I've never
I
seen
know.
a company fumble such great
I
characters
know.
so fucking hard.
Literally though.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I've had a hard time with that with the DC universe.
It's
just
rough.
watching
Yep.
it, just watching
Yep.
it. Just I have a really good friend who's he's like you. He's a
Yeah.
huge DC guy above all else, and he's the same. He's just so sad and how it's
sucks.
kind of gone. Yeah,
Maybe one day, James Gunn has left it on the table. He hasn't completely taken it away and said, "Hey, maybe one day we could see the continuation of the Snyderverse somehow." He's even said he's like, "I want to see David Ayer's full version of the Suicide Squad because they
I do too.
messed that movie up
Yeah,
horribly."
I don't get why they do that.
me either, man.
I don't understand. You hire creative people to be
Yeah.
creative. Let them be creative.
Marvel was being so successful, they got scared that it was too dark in contrast, so they tried to buffer it up. That's why they brought in Joss Whedon in, and he pissed everybody off, made fun of Gal Gadot, and so anyway, yeah.
Well, so now we're at the DC that we are at.
That's
but
right.
but we have faith in James Gunn. So
We do.
hopefully,
I do.
I don't know, man. The Blue Beetle thing was so weird because he was like, "This is the start of it," and then it didn't do well. He's like, "Actually, it isn't."
I haven't
That's
seen
smart
that. I
on
haven't
his
seen
part.
Blue Beetle.
I didn't
honest,
see Blue
though.
Beetle. There was no use. I barely saw Aquaman 2 because I just
I haven't
wanted
seen
to see
Aquaman
it.
2 either.
Don't.
Okay.
It's not worth
The
it.
last DC I saw was probably besides like Peacemaker, which is which I
Oh,
love.
I love Peacemaker. Yeah.
Is probably James Gunn's Suicide Squad,
Oh, okay. So
which I
21.
enjoyed.
Yeah.
I think that was the last thing besides Peacemaker. Is there anything else released since
The
then?
Flash was last year.
Oh, I've seen The Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw The Flash.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was fun.
I have a love-hate with The Flash. now, yeah.
I was.
I don't like him.
Yeah,
Ezra
that's
Miller?
the thing.
Oh, yeah.
No, I loved
Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
For sure.
Yeah, that
and
was
that's
awesome.
what was worth it for me.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish they would have given Grant a chance
Yeah.
because I love him as the Flash. His show kind of is rocky later, but I love him as the Flash. I would have loved to see him.
He's a good Barry Allen.
Yeah.
He really is a good Barry Allen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, DC. Anybody, if you're looking to start in DC, Arrow's not a bad place.
Yeah.
Just like Ben was saying, his favorite thing. So,
I love Arrow, and my favorites are Arrow and the Batman, Matt Reeves Batman.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's probably my favorite Batman movie. I think.
Are you excited for the
tier.
Penguin?
I'm so excited.
can't
Isn't it
wait.
like 2 weeks away? It's very close.
September,
Soon.
middle
Oh,
of September. Yeah.
I just watched Cape Crusader,
Oh, did you like
which
it?
I really enjoyed.
I haven't watched it yet.
So did I.
Yeah, Cape Crusader is really good.
Is it worth watching?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely,
okay,
definitely.
It's like a more adult version of the animated series.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, cool.
It's exactly
I'm in.
like that.
And it's
I'm in.
it's got a more like invested story. So
Interesting. Okay.
They do some different things with some of the villains, and it's cool, really cool. Yeah,
I still had I spoiler free. I have a hard time accepting Harley at the moment. Harley's a little more I don't know, psychotic than that in my eyes, but I'm open to seeing where they go with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Watch it. It's
Yeah,
well
yeah.
worth the watch.
Very
I'm
well
in.
watched. So
I'm in. I'll do it.
So DC is always controversial, right? Recently, because everybody was like, "Oh, they got rid of Snyder and they did this." So, seeing that this is a Star Wars podcast, gentlemen,
Oh yeah.
what's your most like
we did a whole D23 episode
controversial?
the other day. This doesn't
I
matter
know,
anymore.
I know,
I
but
wish it would be more Star Wars, but there we are.
what's your most controversial Star Wars opinion? Like mine. To give you an example, for my favorite Star Wars movie is The Last Jedi. I think it is beautiful from top to bottom.
You're my guy though. Yeah, that I agree.
That's
It's
one of our.
it's not my favorite Star Wars movie, but it is like top 3.
It's
Yes.
my
Top
second. It's
three.
my second favorite.
For me, it's like Empire or Last Jedi.
Mine's
Those are my two.
Return of the Jedi, Rogue One, Last Jedi.
Oh, another Rogue
Yeah.
One guy. I love it.
Yeah, I love Last Jedi. I'm a Last Jedi apologist.
My opinion of Rogue One changed so much the last time I saw it. For whatever reason, it clicked with me.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it the first time I saw it, and then I saw it out of the theaters, and I was like, I don't like this movie. And I think it's just because I don't like prequels of anything.
Okay.
I don't like anytime that like it's even in the prequels, Star Wars prequels, it's like, oh, Hayden, Anakin's in trouble. Hayden, Anakin's in trouble. No, he's fine. Like I just don't. I just can't get invested. Yeah, I just can't get invested in it.
I see that. I totally see that. Yeah.
I've always been like that.
But when you look at Rogue One, though, like most of those characters, we don't even know.
Yeah.
Like they could have lived, they could have died.
The problem
Yeah.
is
we don't know.
The problem is though you get like that they're gonna get the Death Star plans at the end.
That's
so all
true.
of that
Yes.
manufactured tension is bullshit, and that's why I don't like them.
Rogue One for me has. I need to get to my controversial take, but I love Cassian Andor in that movie. So when we were getting more Cassian, I was like, great. But it has so I've got a few favorite Star Wars sequences ever. It's the throne room in Last Jedi.
Hey,
Oh.
nice.
Obviously the duel on Mustafar.
Yes.
The skiff in Return of the Jedi, but it's also Vader just mowing down rebels at the end of Rogue One.
Of course.
That's one of the
That is
best
one of the great.
scenes of
Yeah.
all time.
So I'm
Cannot
like,
deny that.
yeah, you can. And anyway, so
That started like a whole subgenre of Star Wars. So like hallway scenes, Luke, you can
hallway
always see
scenes.
Dark
Yes. Oh my gosh!
Maul,
And then
you
we
can
have the
hallway
Dark
scene.
Troopers in
Like,
Mandalorian
yeah.
with Luke
Yes.
coming on the
You're
ship
not
and just.
shit in Star Wars, so you have your own hallway scene.
That's
That
true.
makes me
That's
upset.
true. Same in Marvel. I feel
Kylo
like too,
doesn't
though.
have a hallway scene. I'm upset.
I do love Kylo, but
needs
man,
one.
that the Dark Troopers. I have art on my wall in my studio of Luke chopping up Dark Troopers
Yeah.
in Mandalorian.
Hell
It's
yeah.
just so it goes so hard.
We watched that together, didn't we, for the
Yeah.
first time? And
We
I
did.
cried.
I was like screaming at the TV. I was like,
Yeah,
this is what I
he
need.
jumped
I was
up
like,
and he
it's
was like-
fucking Luke.
Yeah,
Let's
dude,
go,
yeah.
Luke.
Because
It's Luke.
the
You
X-Wing's
saw
in like
X-Wing?
black and white,
Yeah.
so you're like, who's is it?
Yeah.
Who's is it? Who's is it? And then,
Yeah.
oh my
And then
god,
as soon as you see
I
like the
lost.
glove hand,
Yeah,
and, like,
and he's in the Return of the Jedi like
Oh.
black style. Like, oh man,
Best. That I think we've done like a top 10 greatest moments in Star Wars, and for me, that's number one.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
That's
that
number
might
one
be
for me.
might be number.
We keep saying
I've
we want to do
never-
a top 100 moments, but it just
That's
we
a
haven't.
lot.
And it changes every day.
That's
There's
a whole.
there's
That's
new
two
moments every day.
podcasts.
Look, like half of us have ADHD.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not gonna.
How many
you're not
times we
gonna
tried to
make
do
it.
this top 10 that we've put off for like 6
I
months?
can't even say my hot take
There we go.
here.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm
true.
trying to think. Yeah, I'm like Last Jedi was probably my.
We're stalling
mine.
for you there.
I know.
right?
Thank you for
That's- yeah.
stalling. I would have said, but it's kind of like Andrew, where everybody's kind of on the bandwagon now. But I've always loved Jar Jar Binks, man. I've never had a
nothing
problem
wrong
with Jar
with
Jar.
that.
There you
I
go.
love that
I
guy.
always hated him.
And I know like a lot of people are like into him now, so I feel like it's less of a hot take. But
Sure.
I've always loved Jar Jar.
Everything comes around, man. Like,
Yeah.
I keep seeing all the sequel trilogy hate and like the Disney Star Wars era hate. It's all going to change. It's already starting to change.
It's already starting to change. Yeah,
You're
I
already
agree.
seeing people be like, "That Last Jedi's really good." And you're like, "Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been good since it came out. That it didn't change."
Yeah, literally the movie. Yeah, I'm
We
like,
don't have
hello?
to dive into it here, but
didn't change.
that same thing better happen to Acolyte. We don't have to, unless you want to. But we
Did you
don't
watch
have to.
Acolyte?
I didn't, and I really enjoyed. Maybe that's my hot take. I really enjoyed it.
you
I
go.
think it's like
Me
Arrow
too.
Yeah, hot take.
had its
Yes.
moments, like Arrow, where it kind of didn't go where I thought it might.
Yeah.
But in general, I did really enjoy
I
it.
hope 5-10 years from now, people are like, "Wow, Acolyte was better than we thought." It's not the best thing ever. I don't say it is.
My
but
favorite
I
Disney
like it,
Star Wars
so-
is Mandalorian season 2, though.
Yep.
So,
Well,
that's,
yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I don't think you
It-
can argue that.
It's
Yeah.
almost kind of ruined me for other Star Wars shows because I keep expecting like I call it the Luke moment. I
Yeah.
keep expecting like a cool thing like that.
I loved Ahsoka too.
Me
I
too.
loved Ahsoka.
That's my number one
Yep.
show.
I think it's Mandalorian season 2 and then Ahsoka for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It could
But
have been Obi-Wan, bro. They had such potential with
Yeah.
that, and they really shot themselves in the foot with
yeah,
that one.
I don't know how I feel. I still have very, very mixed feelings about the Kenobi series.
Yep.
I have very mixed feelings
I
about
do too,
it.
bro, because there's some really cool shit in that. Like
Yeah.
the scene where Vader's helmet is like
Yes.
that
Oh.
scene where it's like the voice is going in
Hard.
and out. Oh,
Yep.
Here's my number one problem with it though. We were talking about Fallen Order earlier. Episode 4 is the plot of Fallen Order.
Yeah.
yeah.
They
You just
break into
copied
the
and
Fortress
pasted.
Literally.
Inquisitorius.
I had so much
Literally.
problems with that. Like,
Yeah.
first off, the whole episode I was like, all right, they could run into Cal. Like,
yeah.
and then at this point we didn't know Seer was dead. So I was like thinking
True.
like, all right,
Oh,
Seer
true, yeah.
Seer might be there, So
Yeah, you're right. That
missed
was a-
opportunity. in my
But
Missed
opinion.
opportunity.
Cal didn't break out with a trench coat and a little kid.
No.
So therefore, Kenobi's better.
Yeah, Seer just tapped into the dark side against Vader and broke a hole into the wall.
Yeah.
Right? She didn't need a trench coat.
But the trench coat was a lot better.
I have such
So much.
like not nostalgia because it just happened, but like fond memories of Kenobi because I was at Star Wars Celebration, the first one post COVID, and I posted.
Oh, yeah, you saw the
I
first
hosted
two
it.
episodes.
Yeah, I saw the
That's
first
cool.
2 episodes the night. I think was it the day before they dropped.
Yes.
yeah.
Day
Yes.
before they dropped,
Yeah.
and it ended on that second episode with seeing him coming out of the
In the back.
the Bacta.
Yes.
And I just was like, this is gonna be fucking awesome. And then it wasn't.
And then I was
There were cool moments, but like too much. Star Wars and Acolyte did this too, where we talk about this all the time. So if listeners were hearing me repeat myself,
They do it.
I'm the new person.
I've just
Yeah,
never
Ben's
talked
here
to
for
you
the first
about it.
time.
Exactly. So
Brad,
I'm
forget them.
yeah, exactly. Screw you.
This is our conversation.
Shut up,
yeah.
dumbasses. Go away.
Screw
you
guys, don't, we I'm love you.
going home.
please don't turn off. We need your listens. We need your watch time. Don't do it.
Like and subscribe.
Come on, ladies. Like, subscribe. Come on, do it. Hit the
Ring the bell.
Smash
ring
that
the
button.
bell.
Smash it.
Smash that like button.
Absolutely obliterate that subscribe. Star Wars always does this, and they do it in the books specifically. It's where this kind of like theory that not a theory, but like this thing I bitch about all the time. They'll have a really cool idea, and then they deviate, and then they do like they have 2 storylines, and they focus on the less interesting story. Acolyte did it with the story should have been how the Jedi Council covers this thing up.
Yeah.
And they focused on characters that I just didn't give a shit about.
I agree. That would have been a little stronger, because that was my only thing with Acolyte is that when I thought we were getting some momentum, we were going to something, they would
Totally
go like,
agree.
"Zoop,"
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yep.
oh man, I wanted to know about that.
Go
thing.
back to this thing.
Yeah, and then we ran out of time, so I was like, oh
Yeah.
man,
Yep.
And then it gets down to the question of, is the problem the format?
Yes.
Are these 8
Yeah.
episode seasons not how we should do
They
Star
gotta
Wars?
quit.
maybe.
They gotta quit
Like-
going. It's 8 episodes. Let it run. Let it be 20.
Yeah.
Let it
Yeah.
be 5. Let it,
Shoot
whatever
it as a
needs to
whole
be.
thing, and
Yep.
then chop it up and
Yep.
give us however many
Yep.
episodes that is.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's the way, because there's stuff that I want to know about, and I'm cool with side plots or flashback episodes placed well or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's things when I'm like, man, I just wish we could have just gone right into that thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that episode
And-
3 flashback really killed that momentum. Like, it was like
I
they were
think it
building
was
up
it
so
was
well,
also
and
like
then that just
later that
happened.
something happened too. Was it after we had the reveal of Jason Mendoza? No, it was before. It was when he flies down.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
That
Creepy
was
as
still
hell,
Big
too. That
wipe
was
of the
terrifying.
Jedi, like get
Yeah.
blasted back, then it ends, right?
Yeah.
Then the next episode was something else, right? It wasn't right
No.
back
It
into
didn't
that.
really show
No,
the fight
it-
right away.
It showed
Oh,
it
did
away.
it?
Yeah,
Oh, then I was
But
wrong.
it was like
I'm wrong.
15 minutes in. it
Kel
showed the
Naka.
fight, like,
Kel Naka was the tease at the end of episode 2,
And then you
they
flash
went
back
to
and he's
episode
dead.
3.
That's what
and
you
then
were
we're
saying.
like, where's the Wookiee Jedi?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want
you're
the
right.
Wookiee Jedi.
Yeah, that
How
was
do you
a-
fuck up Wookiee Jedi?
they
in
didn't.
live action?
They didn't though. We got him.
They eventually did.
I
We
know.
the
got
Yeah.
flashback
it.
with him was bad.
My best friend was really sad about that. He's a big Wookiee. Wookiees are his
Wookiees are the
favorite,
shit,
and
bro.
he was like upset
Yeah.
about Kelnaka. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Kel Naka.
Rip.
Rest in peace to all the
Pour one
Acolyte.
out.
Pour one out. The
Yeah,
liquid
I know.
death. Yeah.
We taught at our episode last week the rule of no season 2.
I saw that. I know. It's so sad.
Have you read any High Republic books or
I'm
comics?
in the
or-
middle of. I'm
Ooh,
actually about to
okay.
finish the first High Republic book right now.
Oh, Light
So
of
I've-
the Jedi?
Yes. So I've read a bunch of the
love it.
comics.
What do you think so far of that first book?
I love it.
Yes.
I'm fully.
My man.
I'm a fist bump again.
Don't steal our thing.
Oh, you have a patent on the fist bump?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, my
Wait, here
bad.
comes
I'll pay you after this.
Did you make eye contact like we did?
Of course.
Okay.
Deep
Special.
eye contact.
Very
It's
deep,
special
very
when
deep.
we do it.
We're
It's not
gingers,
special when
man.
we
That's
do it.
how we do it.
Hey,
Yeah,
I get
You're
accused
some
of being
ginger
a
in your
ginger.
beard. Yeah. We'll go
This
with
would be a nightmare for Kyle.
I know.
Like three gingers
He'd
in one
break
room.
out in hives.
Yeah, he would.
Because he's allergic to himself. That's
Yes,
why.
yeah.
But Light of the Jedi, yeah.
Light of the Jedi. Yeah, I'm really enjoying. So this is a fun new thing for me. Is did you guys know Adam McLean?
McLean.
I don't know if I know his last name. Junk Traders Outpost at Junk Traders Outpost.
Okay, I follow
okay, yeah.
them.
He
Yeah.
invited me to a book club, and that's why I'm reading that book.
Ah.
Nice.
I've never been in a book
Nice.
club before. I've never even thought about ever wanting to. But he was like, "We're going to read the High Republic," and I was like, "Cool, let's do it." So I'm reading Light of the Jedi.
That's
I'm
awesome.
About
That's
to
a great
finish. I'm
book.
20 pages away.
Hell yeah.
That
Um,
is
I'll finish it tonight,
my
probably.
first or second favorite.
I
book,
am
Star Wars book ever. Like, it's up
sold
there.
on this, man. I
Yeah.
love it. The Nihil, everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
the
comics
Nihil.
I've read a bit of because of a couple of mutual friends of ours have done design for them. So I read the comics so I could see the characters and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Cool.
But I jumped right in the middle of those. So I was kind
Right.
of like, ugh, and now I'm going to go back because Adam sent me like a breakdown of all of the main books where they fall, and then the things I could read in between if I want to.
There you go.
So I'm going to go back and I'm going to read through the whole High Republic. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Do you
We
have a
used to be the
favorite
Star Wars
character?
book podcast, and we really kind
True.
of.
This was
Oh,
the
really?
closest
It used to
thing.
be-
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
This was
cool.
the closest
read-
thing I had to a book.
What's your
club.
favorite Star Wars book?
I know mine. I could say mine.
Yeah,
real
say
quick.
your
Leia, Princess of
Yep.
Alderaan.
Leia, Princess of Alderaan.
I've the only Leia book I've read, well, besides Princess and Scoundrel, is Bloodlines, right? It's called Bloodlines.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's the only Leia book I've read, which I love.
That's
What
a great one.
Is that your favorite?
It's up there. I love Bloodlines, but Leia, Princess of Alderaan is if you like Last Jedi.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's the one.
I will read that.
I haven't
then.
got to that
Holdo.
one yet either.
Holdo shines. in that
Holdo
book.
is in that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh,
It shows their relationship as like teenagers.
Yeah, her and Leia
Oh,
meet
cool.
much younger, and a love interest that's not Han
Not Han.
Solo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that
oh,
makes it
I'm gonna
interesting.
get into
And-
that
yeah,
book for
and
sure.
and they might be setting up a rebellion on Crate.
Okay. Some Last Jedi
It's
action.
good stuff, man. It's a
What
great
about
book.
you, Evan? What's your favorite?
For me, it's I haven't read those two yet, so I need to because
You haven't read-
everybody praises them, including these two guys.
You haven't read Leia, Princess of Alderaan?
No,
yet?
I
You
haven't.
say this
Seriously?
every time you find out that
I
you
know.
haven't read it.
God, great. I
He
guess
really
just-
does.
I guess
but
I
it's
just
okay.
block it out at
I
this
need
point.
to get to it. Like it's
Yeah.
not his fault. I need to get to it.
It's a great
But
book.
For me, it's Lost Stars or Light of the Jedi.
I just read Lost Stars. That was
So
the first Star Wars book I read since getting back into Star Wars books. I was
Have you,
Oh,
read,
Lost Stars.
have you read Catalyst? If you love
Yes,
Rogue One.
Catalyst was the very first Star Wars book I ever read.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a
and I
good way
have
to
the
start.
hardback at home.
yeah.
It also came with a poster that's really cool too. Like Galen
Ooh,
Erso's
I feel
on
like
it. And it's like
That's cool.
yeah.
I'm sure you do.
My favorite
Yeah.
is Death Troopers. Zombie just now Legends canon.
That's good
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Have you seen that? Have you read that
I
one?
haven't read it.
It's crazy, dude. It's like Alien, but
Hmm.
stormtroopers.
They're, like,
so
stranded on a
like
ship.
yeah, they're stranded
And,
on a
like, yeah.
ship that's like the systems are all down, and they're like, oh, we're gonna boot this ship back up and take it somewhere to a junk, and then it's like, oh, zombie stormtroopers, and it's crazy. It's very metal.
Very metal. Then I got to get into it.
Yeah.
And then they
That's
brought
all-
those into Ahsoka.
That's why I was so happy
There
when
you
they
go.
came into Ahsoka. I was like, let's go.
Do they,
My
are
guys
they like
are
designed
here.
the same and everything?
No, they're a little
Okay.
different. Yeah, they're much more zombie in the book.
Gotcha.
Well, in my head, I guess,
Yeah.
but
that's
they
true.
are.
you know,
Yeah, they are.
but they're like more brain eating in the book, less
Yeah.
less like robotic movement guys, and
That's
like in the
awesome.
show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Death Troopers is really cool and weird and crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
definitely.
think another
check
one of
it
my
out.
favorite Star Wars books.
Which one? The one I want to read is the one with Luke.
talk
last
about him all the
last
time.
command.
Oh, did
What's
you
it called?
see-
Last command. What's it called?
I
forget what
think
it
you're
is.
right. I
we
think
don't
it-
really know much Legends, so
Okay.
you've got us beat
Legends
Legends,
is not
by
our-
this is
far.
not our
We don't-
thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Did y'all
know much
see
Legends.
the toy set that now has Luke in
yeah,
it? They're selling at
I
Star
just saw
Traders?
it. That's what made me. I'm like,
Everyone's
I want to
losing
read
their
this.
minds over it.
Oh,
I
it's
want
selling
it.
at Star Traders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to go see
Dude,
it.
the
Yeah, I
art,
want
the art on
I
the
want
box
it.
is amazing.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I kind
It
of want to read
looks sick.
this.
It
Yeah,
has,
I might buy
it
it.
has,
I need it.
it has that like
I'll buy
female
it.
Jedi too that everybody
Mara
loves.
Jade,
Mara
dude.
Jade,
Yeah.
She's cool. Dude, Luke in that box. Luke in that box set. It looks awesome.
No,
I'm
he-
like,
he
wow.
looks awesome.
He look, yeah.
He Luke's. Damn it.
I'm saying it because he's Luuke.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a clone. If you don't know, he's
Yeah.
a clone made from the hand that gets chopped off at the end of Empire.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And they
But Palpatine coming back's a problem.
right. They played around with that idea for Episode 7. I don't know if you ever heard that.
No, I
Of,
didn't.
Like, the crawl was going to start for Force Awakens.
Uh-huh.
The crawl would go by, and then it would just not cut, but like pan down to Luke's floating hand.
That's what, dude. That would have been sick.
And
That
then
would've
it would
been
be
a good-
like
a good
Palpatine or
open.
somebody. Not Palpatine.
That would have been
'cause he was
so
dead, but somebody swoops
metal,
in and gets
dude.
it. Like,
Luke's severed hand floating.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Whoa.
It's like, what do you
I
just
don't know how
keep it
far
on?
along they got in that concept, but it was
Yeah.
tossed around.
Do
But
you think you keep that on Hoth ice to stay
have to.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they?
to like
Yeah.
to, like-
Carbonite? What do they
Carbonite,
do?
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Throw it in carbonite.
Well, isn't there? There's something where that I don't know if it's the same comic or something, but that saber. Well, there's like a thing that tells the story of that saber, right? Being
Oh, yeah.
found before
basically
we
just
saw
like
it again.
junk traders get it and sell it to Maz?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Well,
But it was a good question.
Yeah,
for
I know.
another time. Or a
Ugnaughts
good
do it,
story
right?
for
yeah.
for
yeah.
another
Okay.
time.
Okay.
But
Anyway,
that's kind of
Star
how
Wars
Star Wars
books
goes, where there's
Yeah.
like there's this cool question, and then it's just like, well, somebody found it.
like the red arm, 3PO's red arm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That story is actually kind of dark in a way.
Yeah.
He saves another. Well, he like sacrifices himself kind of to save a droid, and the droid
Yeah.
gives him that arm.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I have a Lego 3PO with a red arm.
Hey.
Ooh.
And that is a
Oh,
segue right there. Nice.
This is. I guess it is a
'Cause,
segue.
you
He's
know,
the Lego guy.
Yeah, because
I'm a
we'll
Lego
get into
guy,
music
too.
and stuff, and we hit DC, and I don't do music or DC too much, but like Lego Man is like that's your thing, that's my thing,
Dude, Lego.
I had no idea there was other Bionicle fans that
Oh
existed.
my gosh, we talked, dude, guys. We talked about Bionicle for so long at
Yes.
my
Dude.
show, my birthday show.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I wanted to get into Bionicles so bad. The
so
commercials look
badass.
so fucking
That's
cool.
why I
commercials-
play music.
Yes.
That's a segue for. We'll
That
save
is?
the segue.
Oh, I didn't know
we'll
that.
save the segue.
That checks out. Dude.
Um,
Okay, but so do you have a favorite Bionicle? Just to start
Yes.
off with. Okay.
I have of the original run.
Yeah.
My favorite was Golly.
Golly, no
She was my
way.
first one.
Dang, I
And
never
the
would have picked
mask
that.
is really cool. She's
the
a blue
scuba
one
mask.
with the
It's
scuba
got-
mask. Yeah.
And the hooks, the
Yep.
claws on the hands.
And
yeah.
she had a lot of play
Look how
value
happy
because
he is right now.
you could hang her on a shelf like that and
Yeah.
swing. Yeah.
They showed her in the like commercial, like doing that too, like
Yep.
hooked on a rock, and you're like, oh, that's a play
She
feature.
was my favorite. I later got
Yeah.
into Lewa.
Okay.
Lewa, whatever.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
a
into
Leia,
him.
Leia kind of thing.
Leia.
Like,
I got into him
Got
because
me
of the
on my
Mask of
knees.
Light movies and
Love that
and all
movie.
that stuff. So
Yeah.
I got into Lewa after that, and
Nice. I have that movie sitting at home.
So do I.
I need to watch it.
yeah.
Thinking
So
about watching it.
Bionicles are a big thing for me. Huge
Nice.
thing for me. Like Lego in
Nice.
general. My very first Lego set was the very first Star Wars Lego set ever released, the Land Speeder.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I
I
have
still
that
have
too.
it. Yep.
Yeah, I don't have it assembled anymore, but I have the pieces.
That's
Mine
awesome.
is assembled in the move. It is now in a bag, but it's assembled, so it's
Nice,
waiting to get put
nice.
up. Yeah.
Badass.
And so that's your favorite Bionicle overall. Like, but do you have like a favorite Toa / you go down the line or like?
I
or you-
guess my favorite Bionicle line was the ones that lit up.
Oh dang! Okay.
Inika?
Yeah,
Inika?
that was like the
and
last
that was
ones
the
that I
commercial.
bought.
That was the commercial
Yeah.
that for me was that commercial. But the
Yeah.
that was my
So
favorite
sick.
line, I think, because
Yeah.
they lit up. I was big into that. Yeah. Any lights and sounds like
Of course.
figures and the build of figures that lit up. I was big into those.
Yeah.
And, those I only had a few of them too. All the early Toa lines, I had all of them, and then
Me
of
too.
those ones, I only had a few. And I think it's because it was later, right?
Yeah, that's exactly my story too. Like I bought all of them, and then Inika was kind of like I started to fall off
As I was starting to get
Yeah.
old,
because
yeah.
I was too old and too cool.
Yeah,
like now
same.
if that came
now
out,
I'm like,
I'd be
yeah,
fine. I was
exactly,
like-
yeah. Well, as you said, everything comes back around, right?
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah,
It's like
But
you-
Kopaka was always my guy. I
oh,
loved
Kopaka, yeah, ice guy,
was
right?
like-
He was the
yeah.
ice guy, yeah.
Yep.
He was cool. His original mask was so cool.
Yeah.
He had
It
like
had,
he had like a telescoping monocle thing on his mask.
And then like his face kind of looked like it had a mustache
He had
built
like-
in. Like
he
he
had
looked
like
like
a
an
grill.
old timey
Yeah.
adventurer. He looked like an old timey like adventurers club.
and he
kinda
had a
guy,
sword and
like-
shield too.
Yeah.
They all had different like weaponry. And,
Oh, cool.
And he had a sword and shield that was cool. And Gali had the hooks. Lewa had like these like Lewa was like this.
yeah.
That's probably why I liked him.
Fuck yeah. There we go.
I always thought those were guns, but they
yeah,
weren't.
what
They
did
were
he
like
have?
they were like claws basically. It was just
Oh,
stuff
okay.
like that. But like you could.
Oh,
it was supposed to be claws.
Yeah, and then Tahu had like a staff, right?
Yeah, he had the lava staff.
Lava staff.
Then which he could use as a lava surfboard.
Yes,
He was
which was
metal.
really
He
cool.
was
He was pretty metal.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Fuck
It
yeah.
was great.
When he got the armor, when he was a top
Toa
Toa Nuva,
Yeah.
that was very metal. His design, his character
for
design,
sure.
he
And
looked
then
awesome.
Kopaka got ice skates. Like
Yes.
his staff turned into skates. Like
Yeah, that's right. That was when they
yeah.
that was when they were you could switch things around. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, Lewa had like the leaf. They were like big leaf thing. They looked like Captain America nomads.
Yeah.
You know those things he has when he's nomad.
Yeah.
Those like
The
those
really
like
triangular.
Oh, yeah.
He had like those,
Yeah.
and those were cool. And they turned into like
I always thought
skates.
that was cool. I always thought that Tohatu was weird, man. Do you ever
He's
think
a
about that
brown.
dude?
He was the one with the
it's
upside down
yeah, I'm
body.
like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? He was built like a upside down Dorito. Like
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
kicked. His power was kicking.
Yeah,
I think I went to high school with that guy.
But yeah,
Built like an upside down burrito.
Yeah, Bionicles were a big
Dorito.
deal for me.
yeah.
I think all time. I probably venture to say all time favorite toy Bionicles. Yeah, I mean
Ooh.
Lego
Might
for
be for
sure
me
in
too,
general,
yeah.
but Bionicle I think.
Do you have like a white whale set like that you? It doesn't have to be Bionicle. It could be Lego
Oh,
in
a
general,
white
just
whale set
anything.
Lego for me for
Yeah.
sure. I have two.
I love the different terms in fandom of like rare shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White whale.
Yeah.
I'm a bourbon whiskey guy, and it's unicorn is what we call
Oh,
it.
unicorn. That
okay.
too.
Same
Yeah,
thing,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that though. Yeah.
Yeah.
White whale set for me of original ones, like when I was a kid growing up, was the Republic gunship, the original one from
Me too.
the episode 2
Jedi Bob.
line. Yeah, Jedi Bob. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the one now for me that I think is going to be for a while, except that I've just seen one, so maybe I'll if I have room, is the silencer. Kylo Ren's TIE
I've
silencer.
got that
Oh.
one. I've got that.
I want
and
that
it might
so
be my
bad.
favorite set.
Is that the one you built at the timeshare that one time?
No, that was Poe's X-wing.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I have Kylo Ren's command shuttle,
Me too. The first or
But
second one they did.
the first one,
Oh, I'm
but
sorry.
I want the silencer because that's my favorite ship. That thing is so
me
freaking
too. Well,
cool,
the
dude.
Whisper is really my favorite, but they don't have
Oh,
a Lego Whisper.
yeah.
So the Silencer is.
So I think the Republic gunship and the silencer probably. I'm trying to think of some other because I know back in the day, like there was a whole slew of Star Wars Lego that I just kind of missed out on.
Yeah.
I didn't get very much of. I had like all the Episode 1 stuff. I had all the original sets that came out after the Land Speeder. And then I like didn't get very many Episode 2 and 3 sets, and there's some that I'm like, man, I really wish I would have.
Yeah.
But it was back at the time when I would go to the store with my parents, and it would be like I could pick out one thing.
Yep.
So it was either a Bionicle or a Star Wars. You know,
Yeah.
there came a time
Right.
where I had to choose, and
Same.
I'll tell you, I have like a Lego dealer now.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
I have a Lego guy.
Send me your plug.
I have a guy for that. I have a Lego guy.
Nice.
Lego guy.
Have you been to the Orlando Brick
Brick Company? Not yet.
Oh, you gotta go.
The Daily Brick is the one by me. That's they
Okay.
don't sponsor the podcast, but shouts out, I guess, the Daily
Shout
Brick.
out to 'em.
If
Yeah,
they're by
yeah,
you, that
sure.
means they're by us.
This episode
Yeah,
brought
it's
to you by
true.
the Daily Brick.
Okay, I'll go check them out.
Can be if the price is right. Yeah.
I'll reach out. They're
check them
nicest
out.
people ever, man.
Please sponsor us.
I
Sponsor us.
Jedi Talk can be bought and paid for.
There you go. Yeah,
Pay me in
brought
Lego.
to you by
Just
the Daily
pay me
Brick.
in bricks.
This
That's all I
episode
need.
brought to you by Pfizer.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
They found me already
Nice.
a Shaggy and Scooby Doo minifigures, which I was looking for.
I'm
Oh,
so upset
sweet.
that line just flopped.
Yeah, well, they're
Like-
currently on the hunt for the Mystery Machine
Yeah.
for me, as
Ooh.
well as the silencer.
Nice. Okay.
So
well,
we'll see.
I don't care which place you buy it at, but Orlando Brick Company has the silencer. So
Is it
there's-
unboxed? So it's cheaper.
No, it's in the box.
Oh man!
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is, I was
Sorry.
like, "Can you get the unboxed ones?" Because I'm gonna build them anyway. You know,
Yeah.
like
Evan, he's speaking your language cheap.
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
Lego is like the thing I don't cheap out on though.
That's true. You don't.
You don't, yeah.
My problem with Lego nowadays, is it's expensive. The ones
Yeah.
especially that I want are expensive. But man,
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at the price now on the shelves. I'm like, there was not this much money when I was a kid. There's no way.
no.
I think it was just different. I think it was just a different time because
Maybe,
I think I see kids' toys now. I'm like, why is that action figure $40?
Yeah.
Well, half of it is they're not selling it to kids anymore. They're selling it to us.
Oh, that's a good
That's
point.
true.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
that's a
But
good
also,
point.
inflation is a real
Inflation,
thing.
Yeah,
inflation,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for
And
me,
also
the-
space for me is the thing with
Yeah.
Lego
Yeah,
now.
I feel
Yeah,
you.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I
you-
finally
yeah.
bought a
I know.
UCS.
Yeah, you're out, man. I don't know.
I'm
where
getting
you're
there.
I don't know. I mean, you could put some like right there.
No, I'm gonna
underneath
get.
the
I mean,
shelf.
I have to put my
You can hang
latest
them on the
Savis.
ceiling if you want. You could.
Yeah, I have to put my latest Savis up there. So when I get a few more sabers, I'm just gonna make the top row of sabers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm also looking at a ton of sabers up here for those folks at home. There's a bunch
You
of
have
sabers.
all of them, don't you?
Pretty much.
Except the D23 sets.
Yeah.
Which-
Oh,
Which I got.
you got them both?
I got the Obi-Wan one, and then I got the Episode 2 one. That is from. I don't have it in my possession yet, but I have it.
The
Yeah.
episode 2 one, I was like,
It's
I
filthy.
would love that.
It looks
I
so
want that
sick.
so
They're
bad,
all
dude.
three different. I thought the Vader one was like the regular Episode 4 Vader. It's some different variant. Of
Yeah,
something.
they
it's
just-
not the
always
Vader
change
that's
it
been
up.
in the parks for
No, it's
4
a different
years.
one. It's a different one. Yeah, that's
Interesting.
that was why I ended up pulling the trigger on it.
Yeah, I
I
also
also
have-
got the Star Speeder. That
Oh, the Star Speeder 3000? Oh,
Again,
man.
not physically yet.
But
But
did you go to D23?
No, I had a
Oh.
friend of mine that was there and grabbed a bunch of stuff.
Man, that episode 2 set.
We got all the Toad merch too.
Lily
Oh,
agrees.
nice.
Lily likes Mr. Toad.
She does.
Oh, yeah.
She's not
I
a
love
communist
Mr.
like
Toad.
Kyle.
No.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a bunch of the box sets too, like Asajj down there, Ahsoka behind you.
Oh, I didn't even
I've got
see.
Cal's
Stellan Geos.
I
Cal
have-
Survivor 1 and
I
Stellan
have Cal
Geos.
Survivor. All I have is Cal Survivor 1,
Yeah.
my one that I made at Savi's,
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Of course.
and the Halcyon one. That's all I have.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all
yeah.
you need, though.
I don't
If you
have,
really boil it down.
The ones I have Cal's, of course.
Yeah.
The one that I kind of really want now is Stellan Geos.
Oh,
Do you have it
yeah.
up here
Yep.
somewhere?
Right
It's
over.
over in the box.
Yep, he's up in the
He's
box
got
up
the
there.
box.
Oh,
That's
okay.
one of my
Then
favorites.
next
too.
to
It's a
Cal.
cross guard.
Dude,
Yeah.
Oh
I
wait,
need it.
that's the Cal double one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have
that's
that
the
one, too.
one,
That
man.
one's-
I want
that
that
one
so bad.
That's
It's
the
the most
unicorn, if you
badass
wanna talk
fucking
about that.
lightsaber of all time.
It actually
That's the
is.
unicorn for me.
Yeah.
I
It's so
remember
cool.
getting to. I did pictures with one of those, and I was like, "Can I just take it home?"
Yeah.
Like my friend was like,
Mhm.
"You should take pictures with this for me," and I was like, "Sure." And if you don't know what I look like, and I was like, Tom and I have this thing in common where we look a bit like Cal Kestis, and I was like, I would really like to take this home with me, and she was like, "No."
Oh,
So
my
cool.
It
God.
was worth
For
a
the-
try. It was
For
worth
the
it.
low
was
price
worth
of
it, too.
$800, you
I
could.
know.
When I saw that they were into like that you could change the blade color independently,
so
I was
smart.
like, yeah.
You could have my
Let's
the
fucking
cyan
go.
or the white blade.
Oh,
my
so
God.
sick.
What color blade do you play with on the Jedi
Yellow.
games? Yellow. Okay.
I'm always yellow
What
guy.
do you do?
So my favorite blade color in general is green. So if I'm not green, Fallen Order, I use orange because it's like unique.
Yep.
And I now in Survivor, I use the party saber.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it changes
Right,
every
right, right.
time
Yeah,
I hit
that's-
something.
that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I use the party saber because I have Philips Hue lights are on my TV, and so
That's
I use the party saber because it looks like I'm at
Yeah.
a party.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
What about you, Evan?
I'm super hardcore canon nerd. I stick to blue.
Okay.
Because that's what it is.
That is Cal's
I-
canon
yes.
color.
Yep. When I got orange,
That's
I
respectable, sir. I
went-
appreciate you not
went
trying
to
break-
orange.
I'm no fun. I know.
but I'm cyan
You
all
don't gotta
day
be
on,
nice
on
with it.
Jedi.
Cyan's
No, I
a
think it's
good
quite-
ass
it's
color,
cool.
yeah.
Also,
Nice.
my NeoPixel is cyan.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
So-
okay.
I just can't do those, man. I feel like I'm paying a lot of money for a bootleg.
I was given mine, but it's really
Fair.
cool. It's really cool.
They are cool. I just feel like I'm buying something
Dude,
that's like knockoff.
here's the thing that got me. Is they loaded the there's a bunch on there that I was like so a big thing for me as a music guy is activation sounds. I'm like huge into the activation sounds of people's lightsabers. Like I remember being immediately sold on Kylo Ren when I heard his lightsaber activate.
We
You
played
f-
this
just
game
felt
before.
it.
I know. I was thinking that same thing.
I listened to that episode. Yeah, I was playing.
Oh, really?
I was playing with you guys
4 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, jeez.
I was sold on Kylo Ren the second I heard his lightsaber activate.
We should bring that back.
I asked them to load a few on there, and the one that is like sold me on this NeoPixel saber is the I'm stalling 'cause I can't remember the name of it. It's
Morgan Elsbeth?
Morgan Elsbeth's
The Blade of
green.
Talzin?
Thank you, the Blade of Talzin.
Oh.
They
Whoa.
put that on there.
What?
And the font ripples green like the blade, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
it is
Okay, that's
so.
sick.
I was like,
You
okay.
should feel
I
bad.
stand corrected.
I was like, okay, I'm sold on the
Stupid,
NeoPixel.
stupid,
I was with you
stupid.
though. I was with you. I was like, well, it does feel like it's not like the it's
Yeah.
not like the one. But when I got that on there, I was like, I don't care.
The funniest
cool.
one I ever heard was it was the last time we went to the Saber meetup. And
Yes.
somebody was playing with one, and they turned it on, and it was the Titanic theme.
I've seen a lot of weird
don't know how I feel
combos.
about
Yeah, that's.
I was like, all
Mario
right.
Kart one out there too.
Yeah, I've seen the Mario one.
Those I'm like, eh.
See,
No,
I
just-
was in Brad's camp a long time ago, and I was like, yeah, it just doesn't feel right. But then I was like, actually, after seeing some other people's and messing around with them, like these are badass. So then my mindset
should've
was
brought
like, these are too expensive. That's my logic. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're amazing, but they're too expensive.
The one that I have probably on more often than not is the Kylo one because it sounds so good when you activate it, and it also ripples red like
Yeah.
like
So
it's
sick.
broken
Oh,
like Kylo's. And
man.
that one activates from the bottom up, like you see it really slowly go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, Legion sabers. Yeah, that's where mine is from.
That's
Legion's
awesome.
good, yeah.
I've seen a lot from Legion.
Are
They had the Lego one. If you've seen that,
That's
the Lego.
like the one that I'm like this
Ooh.
close.
They
I'm
have a
always like,
Lego
maybe.
hilt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you.
For real?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It
I-
looks
that's
just
the
like
one
How do you
that-
not own that?
Because it's like $800.
Oh,
like,
that explains
They put that in my hand at MegaCon, and I was like, guys,
I was
what are
gonna
you
say,
doing?
was
Oh,
it-
you were at MegaCon?
Legion
Yeah.
was at MegaCon. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a panel this year at MegaCon.
Yeah, we did.
Wait, you did a panel at MegaCon?
Yeah, we
The
did.
beauty
of
Galaxy's
Bot
Edge
2.
panel.
The secrets.
The original.
Let me see if I can find my picture with this thing
The
because it is.
secrets and
you mean first of its
something-
kind?
First of its kind.
Yes.
You're gonna
something
die
got-
with this saber, dude.
What
It's
the hell's
so
the name
cool.
of the title?
The Beauty of Batu, the hidden secrets and details of Galaxy's Edge.
Thank you.
Oh,
Boom.
well, that's great. Do you have it filmed somewhere?
It's
It's
on
on-
I think
YouTube.
it's on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh,
yeah.
I will
I'll
watch
send
it.
it to you.
It's cool.
I'm a big Batu fan. I'm a big Batu fan. Let's see.
That's the only hilt that I'm like this close to getting because it's like I don't want to buy an actual canonical hilt because it's like I'm gonna just buy the Doc's version of that
Right.
canonical hilt. And my other problem with legacies is like, well, you're locked into that character's hilt for the rest of your life. And it's like, what if I don't want to be Cal Kestis' hilt that day? I want to take Yoda's or whatever. It's like,
Oh, do you have Yoda's hilt? It's at the outlet, by the way, if you decide you need it.
Oh, I don't have Yoda. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's cool. It's
like
very
what, $70
small.
maybe? at the
Yeah,
outlet?
75, I think. That's
I'm showing Brad
That's
for the
fucking
council. I'm
awesome.
showing Brad the
Now,
Lego.
that's
that probably-
fucking awesome.
That's
Dude,
cool.
isn't that the coolest thing ever?
Oh,
That's
I don't remember
awesome.
that picture of you.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
That hilt also answers the question: how do you hold the Lego hilt in your Lego figures?
And that's how I always
There's
did
only
it.
one way.
Yep.
It's that
You
way.
know, I did it like that because of Luke.
Yes.
Because it looks like Luke's emitter. That's why I always put my lightsabers in that way.
So sick.
But yeah, isn't that the
That's
coolest thing
really
ever?
cool.
So they put it in my hand. They're like, do a trick, and I was like, with this?
Hey, try,
It's the chunkiest thing in the world,
really
but
is.
yeah,
looks
try
awesome.
spinning. Spinning's a good trick.
Yeah, not with that, not with the Lego saber.
No.
Yeah,
Are you doing Celebration in Japan next year?
I wish. No,
Oh,
no. So cons for me. I'd never been to a con before, and I got to go to New York Comic Con. That was my very first con. Was New York Comic Con.
That's overwhelming.
Last year, October when we did Mosh in New York. So yeah, I guess
that was
year.
last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
And
No,
I was like,
July, something like that.
I am in love. This is amazing. I
fun.
loved it, dude. Oh
It's fun.
gosh. And then with Mosh in Orlando, I got to go to MegaCon, and I was again like, this is the coolest thing ever. So I'm definitely gonna do MegaCon again this coming year.
I think we're doing it
you
like that's
doing
like
it?
right before we go for Japan, right?
Oh, it's the weekend
You
of the
guys are
Super
going to
Bowl.
Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I knew that. Oh
Yeah.
man.
We're gonna try to get on their podcast stage. We're gonna try to get something media, hopefully.
I don't know how much they're going to let like American
And then
speaking people.
you'll-
But
You never
we're
know.
gonna try, but
We're
And
gonna
then
try.
you'll never
I'm not-
see me
Dude,
again.
I'm so
I'll just
jealous.
stay in Disney Sea.
I
You'll
know,
never
for
see me.
real.
I can't wait, dude.
Have you guys ever been there?
No.
Me
I've only
either.
been to
I'm
Paris.
just gonna
outside
live in the
here.
Nautilus.
I-
When they're
I-
not
Yeah,
looking,
we're
I'm
going to
gonna
drag
sneak
him
in
out
there.
kicking and screaming.
Yeah, I would live. I would
No,
live
let's
there
just leave
too.
them there.
That's fine.
Please do. Please do. I'll be the
Duh,
mayor
I'm
of
so
there.
jealous. That's gonna be awesome, guys.
It's like a
Yeah.
restaurant, isn't it?
Well, they have the,
Like a quick
the
serve
Nautilus
thing?
Galley,
Yeah.
which is a quick service.
Oh, that's
restaurant.
cool. Like 20,000 links. No.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Yep.
I'm into that.
I'm excited, man.
That's
It's
cool.
going to be fun. Are you decided you're staying on property, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
For
we are.
some of the nights.
Staying on
yeah.
property of the con or Disney
No,
property?
Disney.
property.
Oh.
Disney,
Yeah, we don't know the area, and it's like so hard to find research on
That's
stuff over
fair,
there. And
yeah.
it's like we know that like you know what you're going to get with Disney.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a
And I
certain
feel like
Disney
it's just
way.
standard.
And you're going to
Yeah.
go to Disney,
Exactly.
right? So you might as well.
so
Yeah,
may as
yeah.
well go and just
That's-
kind of
that's
be
cool.
the home base. And plus, we know, hey, take us back to Disney Hotel or whatever. And
Yeah,
it's,
right.
It's easy to communicate.
Public
that.
transit is really good.
Yeah.
I've heard. So you'll
Yes.
probably be all right getting to the con. And,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, this past
My kids
MegaCon
might be
was my
going.
first con. Ooh, sweet.
Wait,
That'd
what?
be awesome.
Yeah, my kids might be going with us.
Oh,
Mine's coming,
yeah.
so
Do what?
Lily's coming,
Lily?
so
awesome.
Britt and Lily can hang out.
there you go.
MegaCon was your first con?
Yeah, MegaCon was my first con.
Wait,
and
you did a
that
panel
just-
at your first con?
Yeah, right.
That's pretty cool.
and I
yeah.
did the panel before I went on the floor, even. So like that
Wow.
was my introduction, doing a panel.
I think
So-
I went on the floor for the first time and went to Legion sabers were right as you came on the floor, and
Yeah.
I was just stuck there for like
Yeah.
2 hours, so I didn't really see anything my first time there. And then the next day I got to go back, and I walked around and I went to see some friends who were in Artist Alley.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
And
spot.
got to see them and get some art from them. Honestly, New York Comic Con, one of my favorite things was Humberto Ramos is a comic book artist. I'm a huge fan of his. He draws Spider-Man, and he does it in a way that I'm like it looks like Spider-Man to me.
Yeah.
And I got to meet him in New York Comic Con, so that was like
Oh,
a huge
that's
thing
awesome.
for me,
Yeah.
a huge moment. Love Artist Alley. You know.
This was MegaCon, right? Yeah, we
The
met Cal
top two.
Kestis.
We met Obi-Wan,
Yes.
and then I met. All three of us met Cameron Monaghan.
Hayden met Cal Kestis too,
That's right.
right there.
The
Look.
fully bearded Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
The year
Um,
before, 2023. Yeah.
I had some very kind folks at MegaCon that helped let me meet Tom Hiddleston. So that was a big one
That's
for me.
cool.
Yeah, it was really
Very
cool.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, and
That's awesome.
he was cool. And my mom was like, "Man, she's a big Tom Hiddleston fan."
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I feel like most ladies are.
Tom,
you
if you're
know, like-
listening, my mom
Controversial
listens to your
opinion, I
audiobooks
think.
when she goes to sleep.
Controversial bourbon. Controversial opinion. Why did I say bourbon?
You're not even drinking
Controversial-
bourbon.
I wish. I was. It's been a rough week. I think he'd make a great James Bond.
I think he would make a
Yeah.
phenomenal James Bond.
I think they should
Definitely.
make him James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. Enough of this Idris Elba nonsense.
Isn't it ATJ? Isn't it Aaron Taylor Johnson coming to be Bond?
Yeah, they announced it. I feel
Is
like
it official? I don't
think
know.
so. I
This
feel
might be like the
I've heard
segue
that.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. The
Mine
segue
was
thing
right.
proved to be right. Yeah. So there you go. Maybe
No, the guy
ATJ
that
is going to
owned
be
the
Bond.
company, not the guy who made it. Dean Kamen was the inventor of the segue.
Okay, nerd. Beat it with your facts.
Dude, Evan has
Knowledge.
60 segues in his garage.
I wish, dude. Have you ever like been on a Segway, ridden it? Yeah, it's cool. Isn't
I've
it?
been on
scared
the
the
one
shit
that
out of
you
me.
don't
I
have
hated
the handle,
Oh, the
which made me.
hoverboards.
I was gonna die. I was like,
Yeah,
I hate
I tried
this.
that.
I'm a
I was like,
skater,
no,
and
no.
I was like, I don't trust this at all.
I was
Yeah.
on a trip with the guy who invented them, and I was about to fall, but I pushed him, and
And
Oh, no way.
yeah, I don't know what
dude.
happened to him, but
Not
No,
good
I think he
things,
made it
Tom.
out. I think he made it out.
I
that
think
one
he
Yeah,
killed
made
him,
it
man.
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
The one
I was
that-
okay though.
I
The
think
one
he
that
killed
That's
him.
good as long as you're okay.
Never
yeah.
went on another Segway again.
Should have been Kyle.
Speaking of segues, you said something got you into music earlier. I know
Yes.
you were hanging on that.
It was
I know
something
we
around
can-
the Bionicle
Yes.
conversation.
So yeah, that's a good question. I got into music. So there's two things that got me. It was like a 1-2 punch that got me into music. So the first thing that actually this goes back to Bond as well. How did you know this?
I know things, bro.
Yeah, you do.
Bourbon.
Bourbon. I watched the music video for Quantum of Solace. The song is called "Another Way to Die." Alicia Keys and Jack White did the song.
Okay.
I'm a big Jack White fan, and I saw the music video. My mom was big into White Stripes before he did the Bond song, so she was like, "Oh my gosh, this guy from the White Stripes, blah blah blah." Like no one knows him, but he's doing the song with Alicia Keys, and so we were really excited about it. We watched the video. It's an amazing song, incredible video. He plays a Gretsch Jupiter Thunderbird in that video. If you know what that guitar, it's the Bo Diddley guitar. And I saw that video and I was like, "Mom, I think I want to play guitar. Like, this is sick. Like
Very
this,
cool.
He just looks so cool on there." So I watched that video, kind of got into it, started getting into guitar, and then not long after, there was the commercial for the Inicas. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, but some Bionicle nerd's gonna email you guys and be like,
Yeah.
"Ben's wrong."
Direct
Yeah.
those emails to me. I'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Anyway, those guys and the song "Move Along" by the All American Rejects was in that commercial. And I heard that, saw the Bionicles, and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play music,
That's
and
awesome.
I'm gonna make pop punk music because of the All American Rejects playing with Bionicles."
Hell
And
yeah.
so that's how I kind of got into music, was that. And then many years later, probably 6 or 7 years after that, we had a meeting with Hard 8 Management in Nashville, and I got to sit in the conference room where they. Where the All American Rejects did their deal for that album, and see the
cool.
platinum record on the wall.
That's so cool.
Dude, no
So
way.
I was a big full circle moment for me. But yeah, so that was my kind of intro, was Jack's video for Quantum of Solace and Move Along by the All American Rejects.
That's cool.
Whenever I hear that song, I just think of that commercial.
Think about that
Just
commercial, dude.
Immediately
The
snaps
laser
me.
shooting out of their light up Toa things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And then I don't know about like
I feel like
wherever.
I vaguely remember that commercial.
I bet you do. It was
was it on like Nickelodeon a lot?
yeah, and it was
Nickelodeon,
we
Cartoon
were like
Network.
old enough to remember
Yeah.
the commercial. Like
And
yeah.
then for some reason, after that, every laser tag arena played that song when you played laser tag.
Wait, did they?
Yeah, at least in my area.
That's
And-
corporate
yeah.
synergy right
It
there.
really was.
That's
They're
yeah.
like, wait,
This
young-
episode brought to you by Bionicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, young people like that song and lasers, laser tag, go.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was it. That was my intro.
That's
That's
awesome,
awesome.
man.
That's pretty good.
What
way
would,
to
I mean, was Metallica what got you into music?
Well, before Metallica was my Metallica, Korn was my band. Just because
didn't
this
know
is
that.
look, I was an angsty, awkward teen growing up. A lot of anger,
Many
just a
people
lot
struggle
of
with
Yeah,
the
some
corn
things don't
addiction.
change.
yeah,
It
right.
happens. It
I know.
happens.
Yeah. So it just Korn was different. There was something about what was it? Freak on a Leash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Follow the leader.
follow
follow
the leader.
the leader. That really spoke
That's an
to me.
iconic album cover to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I heard S&M for the first time. The first time I heard Metallica was their live album they released with the San Francisco Symphony.
Oh yeah.
That was the
one.
first album you heard from Metallica?
Yes.
With S&M?
Yes.
Huh.
This was at I was 12, 13 years old because I was born in '86 when Puppets came out, but
You weren't listening to Metallica.
Yeah,
when
I
you
wasn't
were
listening
a
at,
baby.
at April 26, 1986. The
should've
day after, I should have been listening to
Yeah.
Puppets. Puppets was only a month old at that point.
I was gonna
which
say,
is
were you
wild.
born on the same day as Puppet? Oh no, okay.
A
That
month
would have
after,
been crazy.
right?
Wow.
A month after.
Okay.
So, anyway, so when I finally started to get into them, S&M was like a greatest hits of a sense, but just with symphony to it, and I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, this unlocks something.
It's really cool. It's an
Yeah.
amazing album. It's a really cool album.
Yeah, so you just go down the rabbit hole. You discover the Black Album, you discover Puppets, you discover Ride the Lightning. Then, before I know it, I'm a fanboy, right? I hyper focused on them. I learned how to play bass because of them. Because my
Cool.
friend Kyle and my friend Tim, my friend Brian at the time wanted to start a band. So learned bass and heavily Metallica influenced.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, Metallica came on the radio today. On my way here. And I was
What
like,
song?
Tom, I'm going to see Tom.
That's
Of course.
Puppets.
Yeah, that's
They
Master
did them
Puppets.
back to back. They did Puppets and then they did Enter Sandman.
Ooh, very
like back
cool.
to back. Yeah.
That's
I like
wild.
it.
1011 WGRR. We were on that
Nice.
station, but it came on.
You're in the
That's awesome.
same station as Metallica.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Wild.
So
Look
cool.
at that. Did
I was
you-
like, Tom must have taken over my car for a second.
Most likely, if you hear Metallica, I'm either thinking about you, or actually, I am probably thinking about you. If you ever hear Metallica, the people listening to this, Tom is thinking about
You specifically. You.
specifically.
Yes.
So anyway, so what about you, Brad?
Yeah.
I know Zeppelin's your favorite now, but like, was that like your gateway into it?
It was so I always wanted to play guitar. It was always something that I wanted to do. Like I don't remember a specific like that's what I want to do. I just always thought it was cool and always wanted to play it. And I got a guitar from my step grandfather. When my grandfather died, my grandmother remarried, and it was his guitar, and it was a piece of shit. Like he glued the low E string into the bridge of the guitar. Piece of shit
wood
guitar.
glue at least.
I don't
What did
remember
that sound like? with
I
that?
just glued
It was
a
awful.
guitar
I-
back together. We can get to that later.
because I was. He's like, it's gonna need new strings, and I was like, you have to replace string. I didn't fucking know anything about guitar.
Oh man.
And so I did it like string 1 through 6, and when I got to 6, I went to take it out, and it was glued in, and I was like, this guitar is useless.
You
And so
had to
my-
cut the headstock off.
I just bought a new guitar.
Okay. That's better. Much
my
better.
mom, because like I was able to play like power chords because it would still be in tune. You could still tune it. But like I learned like just a few small things. My mom's like, okay, he's like sticking with it. So my parents went and got me like a Yamaha guitar from Sam's, and with like a little shitty practice
Respectable,
amp.
yeah.
And I still have the guitar to my parents' house. I still
that's
play
cool.
with
Yeah,
it.
I still have my first
guitar.
bass ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's
you
in
ever get rid of
Lily's
your
room.
first guitar. I don't think you get rid of your first guitar.
No, you don't. You don't.
Well, I
have
got
mine-
rid of that one because it was fucking useless.
Well, yeah, the
but-
one. Yeah.
But my real guitar I have is my parents' house, and I just kept playing and kept playing and kept playing. I wanted to learn how to play guitar so bad. I would literally play until my fingers bled.
So you're Bryan Adams.
Yep, I would, except way less talented. I like literally was so encompassed by guitar that I would come home from school, completely neglect schoolwork, didn't give a fuck, and I would play guitar until like 2 a.m. every single day.
That's awesome.
And I've always loved it. And
Practice.
I'm a big Zeppelin fan, but like they're not. We were talking this a little bit before. You would never know I'm influenced by they're my favorite band.
Yeah.
I play nothing like them.
Or you could tell I'm influenced by Metallica.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a little like that with Jack White and the White Stripes. I don't play like him at all, but he's the reason I play guitar.
My first introduction to Jack White was the documentary "It Might Get Loud,"
Which I was about to
is
ask you if you'd seen
unbelievable.
that.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorite
unbelievable.
movies. It's an
so cool.
incredible.
It makes me
incredible
hate
movie.
you two even more.
I still like you too, but the movie is amazing. Watch it.
Real quick, since I want to tell the funny story of Metallica and this show right now.
Yes,
because
please.
I'm sitting there waiting for Metallica. You know that Friday I was in line since 6:15 a.m. And then
Wait, you weren't here, right? You were somewhere else.
I was in Chicago.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
Because I'm from Chicago. The first 26 years of my life I lived there.
That's my favorite city I've ever been to in the States.
Yeah. All right.
I like
love
it too. He hates
I
it.
love
No,
Chicago.
I love
It's so
visiting
fun to visit,
Chicago.
yeah.
I love visiting.
Yeah.
Living there, it's not for me anymore.
Same. I just love the city. It's so fun.
So I'm there. I'm on the rail. I'm just waiting for Metallica. Or waiting for Mammoth WVH coming out first. Van Halen's kid. So
Wolfie.
Yeah. They were good.
He's got a really cool signature guitar.
Yeah.
I love his signature guitar.
Yeah. So I was right where the band came out, sitting on the rail, and then my phone buzzes. Before our signal goes out. And I'm talking to this gentleman across from me, and I'm just like, hey, let me get back to you on that. Time we'll get together and talk. I'm currently on the rail waiting for Metallica. So he's like, hell yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah,
I'm
I was like,
surprised
well,
you
there's
responded.
no better
Of
way
course, I
to.
see Ben sending me a message. I'm gonna
If
respond
it's
to
us,
him.
he's not going to respond.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah,
He'll-
I let
he'll-
Brad
he'll
on
leave
red
us
for
on
about
red,
20
yeah.
hours.
I think I was like, don't text me back, dude. Just focus on Metallica.
And when
Yeah,
it's
that's-
me, he has to unblock it and then reply. And then,
Pretty much.
yeah,
Oh, sorry, Evan.
it's all right.
Yeah,
used
that's
to it.
really cool. I'm like so jealous, man. Seeing Metallica in Chicago, that's so cool. I wish I was seeing Metallica in
It's
Chicago when
Soldiers
I
Field.
messaged you.
Soldier Field. I will
Soldiers
throw you out of my
Field.
house.
My
Well, it's
Chicago.
definitely not the Bears field, but
Yeah.
We were there for 2 days. My dad was there doing, or maybe we were there for 3 days because I think I had a day with him and then he was working there 2 days. I traveled around that whole city on foot and on skateboard and rail
Yeah.
For an entire day.
That's an easy
Never
city to
got
do
lost
that.
a single time. Everybody was so nice. I saw everything: Navy Pier, North Avenue Beach,
Field Museum.
Field Museum.
Hey.
You know, we talk about that
Yeah.
at the other place at the fairground.
Yeah.
I also saw Lincoln State Park.
Lincoln Park Zoo?
Lincoln Park Zoo. Thank you. Yes, there. I had a Chicago dog there that was
Very
phenomenal.
good. Excellent.
Food
I
in
discovered my love
Chicago's-
of Potbelly there. Have you heard of Potbelly
I love
sandwich?
Potbelly, yeah.
We have one here now.
We do,
So
yeah.
shouts out. Sponsor the
Portillo's?
podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, sponsor.
Yeah, discovered Potbelly there, and I love Chicago. Forever love Chicago, man. So
Chicago's
awesome.
a dope city.
Went
It's
in
fun.
Lake Michigan. My legs went to sleep. So cool. We were there in June, and I
It's
waded into the
amazing
water,
that
and I was
you
like,
made it back in one piece after that. Like,
yeah, but
who
man, it
knows
was
what's in that
great.
water?
Everybody was so friendly and amazing, and yeah, loved it.
That weather sucks ass though. We were there. We were there for celebration.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
We
that's
got-
in spring, right? Ish.
it was in late April, or it
Okay.
may have been May. It actually may have been May.
That
April or
celebration
May.
was right around the same time as the Final Four for basketball.
So
So
it's March.
March,
March,
yeah.
Because I went to that Final Four in Minnesota, and we drove through Chicago, and my dumbass didn't make a whole trip out of it and didn't do a celebration. I only did the Final Four. But, yeah.
I feel like it was. Doesn't matter. It snowed when it shouldn't have snowed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we got
It was too
stranded.
late for
March or
snow.
Canceled all
April,
of our
somewhere
flights.
in there.
It was March.
No.
It was yeah. We got stranded for like a day,
Everybody
Yeah.
told me
and
when I
all the
was there.
flights went dead. And I was like, I think I'm stranded in Chicago. We were like, we were debating on like driving home. Like it was,
Oh,
it was
man.
wild. And
Oh,
then
boy.
all the cars, like all the rental cars, were
Yeah.
gone. And
Yeah.
I was like, we're stuck in Chicago.
Everybody
and I
told
was
us when
too
we
broke
were there
to
that
be
it was
stuck anywhere at
the
that
nicest
time.
weather ever.
Dang.
Yeah, Chicago. You could have just filled up on Potbelly and Chicago dogs for your extra day.
I've never been to Potbelly's. I like Portillo's, but I've never. been
I love
Portillo's is my
Portillo's.
shit.
So happy.
I go
it's
to
out here.
Portillo's as much as possible.
Yep.
Torchies, Portillo's,
Torchies?
Potbelly.
Giordano's is out here. Lou Malnati's
Yep.
is here, I think.
Lou
Malnati's
Malnati's is here?
Maybe it's not.
Jinx.
Jinx again.
I said I thought
Bro,
it
are
was.
you Anna right now?
I think so. We finished each other's.
Potbelly.
Look, I used to live in Arizona for 8 years, and we have both of them out there, so I might be confusing.
Arizona also has my
Now-
favorite restaurant of all time. Sweet Tomatoes, baby.
Oh, Sweet Tomatoes.
Tomatoes?
God, it's been forever since I've been to Sweet Tomatoes.
Now
Shit.
I'm just trying to figure out
What are
which
Sweet
one
Tomatoes?
is Anna and which one is Elsa.
I guess, yeah.
Well,
He's
no, it'd be
pretty-
Hans, I guess.
I would have been.
It was like chocolate
Yeah.
more. It's like a healthier place.
It's an all you can eat.
Yeah.
Wait, they used to be here.
Yep, used to be here at
Okay.
Crossroads. Remember
Yeah,
Crossroads?
yeah.
yeah.
I've eaten
They
there
all closed
many
due to
times.
COVID.
Yep.
Upset me very
Oh, they got
deeply
COVIDed
to
here.
my soul. And
That's an Arizona thing.
Tucson reopened in Tucson.
No kidding.
They reopened the single most profitable location, which was the Tucson one.
No way.
Tucson.
And it's doing really well. So fingers crossed for Sweet Tomatoes resurgence.
Sweet Tomatoes. There was a few of those there. There was one
Yep.
on like iDrive.
Yeah, I had two in West Palm Beach when I went to college. We had a couple in South Florida.
Place slaps.
Yeah, the place is amazing.
Oh,
They should
God.
reopen more in Florida because there's so much to do around Florida.
Let's sponsor the podcast.
Put Sweet Tomatoes out, sponsor us. There's so much going on here.
What's going on with all the sponsorship?
I don't know.
I'm just dropping names like by accident.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
normally you guys are probably so careful, and I'm out here like, whoa.
Speaking of all the cool
No, we're
stuff
not.
going on, and speaking of segues and the cool stuff going
Hey,
on,
good
Ben,
one.
you've got something really cool
Yes.
coming up.
Thank you
so
for
why don't you tell us about that, please?
Thank you for having me to talk about this because we're
Hell yeah.
really excited about it. It's like when does this come out? This podcast.
I'm going to release it tonight.
Yeah.
So it's a week away.
Yep.
Yep.
A week
Because you're
away.
going to be
A
listening to
week
this
away.
a week away. September 3rd is our first one. It's called Rad Retreat.
All right.
What
Rad
it is a an event at Sun on the Beach in Kissimmee, in Old Town, and it is designed specifically for our hospitality service industry folks, cast members, team members, ambassadors, everybody, and our cosplay community to come and have a place to hang out, to enjoy the things that make you think of a simpler time. 90s, early 2000s music, cheap drinks. Arcade games. We're going to play movies on the big screen, and we're just going to have a good time every week. It's every Tuesday night, starting on
Ooh.
September 3rd. And because I'm the one who's started this, it's a Star Wars theme for the first one. So the themes, how they work is that they're for our cosplayers to be able to dress up in theme, and you get free entry if you dress in theme. But they're also just for us to be able to have a good time and celebrate different fandoms that we love. And like I think it's I know it's Star Wars then superheroes. So so we got Marvel and DC coming up. Then it's books. We have a lot of people who are really into these these book series that are coming out, and they were stoked to have a night, and then anime is the next one in September.
Wow.
And then I think we're tossing around like maybe we'll do like a black and white Beetlejuice kind of theme. We're gonna do a 80s horror theme in October. We're gonna do a Disney, all kinds of things. But the heart of it, the root of it, is that it's just a place for people to hang out and remember, what it was like to come home from school, and the most you're worried about is getting home to your best friend to play a video game, right? That's what we want to harken back to. So
SOCOM 2, baby.
yeah, SOCOM. Oh yeah, okay.
SOCOM 2, that was my shit.
I was running home to play Resident Evil.
Mine was Battlefront 2
Battlefront 2
on the Xbox 360. I think was that my buddy had that. Yeah,
Yeah, SOCOM 2 was me and my boys.
it's a good one.
Such a fun game.
Yeah, so Rad Retreat every Tuesday night starting September 3rd, Tuesday,
September
next week.
3rd.
Yeah,
Sweet.
a week away.
That's crazy.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
Star Wars cosplayers come out. You guys come out, obviously. It's all ages. It's if you have a hospitality industry ID or service industry ID of any kind, school ID,
What if you work for a soul-crushing corporation?
you get in for free, Brad.
Sweet.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the same as
go.
all the people that have hospitality.
Oh.
So it's
You
fine.
set him up. Dude.
You guys get in for free. General public, $5. But if you got
Take
one
that,
of those,
peasants.
General public.
General public, yes, we're back.
Salute.
We're stoked on it. It's a new thing. Sun on the Beach asked us to do a weekly thing, and weekly events are so difficult. So we really tried to do something that will be sustainable and fun for people to come and see something new.
That's
And-
awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
let me know when you need help with Metallica night. I'll be there.
Dude,
Hey,
the possibilities are
dude,
endless.
Yeah, the
80s
possibilities are endless.
Glam rock night.
Glam rock
80s,
night.
80s glam rock.
Bionicle
Yeah.
night. You have Bionicle
Bionicle
night.
Not glam rock.
Maybe
No,
Lego.
but-
Maybe stick more general.
Well,
Lego.
but people could
Metallica's
dress up
like-
like Metallica. They would
You
dress up
do
like
hair metal.
You do hair
Oh,
metal.
hair metal,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
We'll do hair metal. Yeah.
Hair metal will be
I'll
fun.
come as Europe.
No.
The band Europe.
I thought you meant the continent. I was so
No,
confused.
I know.
So is there like an Instagram to follow for this?
There is
or-
at
okay.
Rad Retreat Official is the Instagram.
Rad Retreat.
Yeah.
Go follow.
We will
Go
go
follow.
follow. Jedi Talk will follow.
Subscribe.
I'll make sure to link
Follow.
everything in our
Hit that like
description too for this podcast. Well, Ben, it's been awesome having you here, man.
Dude, thank you for having
Thank you.
me.
It's freaking
Come back
cool.
on, man. It's been a good time.
Where can
Yeah.
they follow you on the socials?
At Ben N. Crane on your favorite platform.
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, stoked on it. And follow Jedi Talk, right?
Yeah,
No,
Jedi Talk
or not.
podcast.
If
on
you want
Instagram.
to, but no.
We have enough listeners.
YouTube.com/Jedi Talk. We have enough. You fucking dick. Well,
I'm gonna do a quick fire and name all these action figures on the wall. Ready?
Go.
yeah.
No, I can't. I can't see that well. Oh my god!
I did want to know this. Favorite band of all time.
Aside from
Brad,
yours.
you're killing me.
Can't say
Favorite
your own.
band of all time?
If you say Metallica, we know you're lying.
No,
He's not lying.
No.
Nobody lies
I
in
don't.
this.
I can't do that. What I can say is I have like favorite song of all time. Don't Worry Baby by the Beach Boys. It's my favorite song
Okay.
of all time.
Hey.
There you go.
I'll give you that. I can't do band. I just can't think of it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's
fair.
that's how we end it. Take us home, bro.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. We will see you guys on the next show. Until then, stay safe. May the force be with you.
Always into Buite.
Rise, Jedi Knight.